Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy MaximusBlack. I have got another pickup video and this one is a doozy. I've got my arcade machine running in the background right now. I'm actually in my basement. This isn't my game room. This is where I stream and do all my YouTube stuff. I'm still working on the game room, but this is a cool little custom built MaximusBlack arcade machine. And if you guys want to know more about that, you can actually search that on YouTube or go into my playlists, and there's a video all about this machine and what it can do. But we're not talking about the machine. We have got a huge pickup yesterday. So I guess I'll start off by telling you a quick rundown on what happened. There was a post on a Facebook group. A guy was selling a bunch of PS3 stuff, a PS3 console, something else here. Actually, I'm just going to show you. So for $110, a guy wanted to sell all of this. So first, we have got a PS3 stand, which is nice. It's got the official logo on there. It holds the wireless controllers. It holds all the games, and it's got a port down here for the slim system. You can actually take this out and put a regular size PS3 on there. It looks great. It's just dirty. That's about it. Yeah, so it came with that. Obviously the 3 wireless controllers, an 80 gig PS3, which I have on the floor. I'm not going to show you. You guys know what that looks like. And this stack of games right here. I'll quickly go through them. We've got Fight Night, NHL 10, Guitar Hero, NHL 12, NHL 11, a lot of, shit boxes here, NHL 8, NHL 9. Now we get to some of the good stuff. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Resistance. By the way, all these are complete in box. Dead Space, really great game. Motorstorm, Dead Space 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 3, Need for Speed Carbon, Call of Duty at War, or World at War, sorry, Call of Duty 3, Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and NHL 2003. That's all of the PlayStation 3 games with the bundle. Also, there was 49 PlayStation 2 games. I say about 20 of them were sports titles. There are a few notable ones like Grand Theft Auto, a couple of Grand Theft Autos. What else do we have down there? A bunch of Splinter Cells, Hot Shots Golf 3, and there's a few other nice titles, not really worth a whole lot in that. Also a PS2 with 4 controllers and 2 memory cards. A GameCube, which I'll grab real quick. We got a GameCube here. It's got a memory card and came with 1 controller. It's actually one of the microcontrollers. Sorry, I don't have everything on this table in front of me because there's too much stuff. So yeah, that, also a PlayStation 1, the small one, and so we got a regular PlayStation and a PS1. This one came with a memory card and also 2 controllers. And also a Xbox, like, the big old Xbox, but it's missing one of the RCA wires, so it doesn't have that. Also 3 Xbox games, regular, 1's Sonic, 1's Grand Theft Auto, and 1 is like a throwaway shit game. And I had a couple of PS1 games. 2 of them are sports, 1 of them's like asteroids. So all of that for $110. So this is where it gets good. So I go over there, and by the way, I priced everything up. We're looking at about $450 to $500 for all that stuff, if I were to sell. And so I went to his house, and I handed him his money, and he said, yeah, I'm just getting rid of all this. I'm going on a trip. I'm keeping all my Nintendo stuff. So I was like, oh, you have Nintendo? He's like, yeah, but I'm not selling any of it. Like, he was like, I'm not selling it. I'm like, well, you know, there's probably games in there that you never use, that you're not going to play anymore. So if that's the case, I'll buy those ones off you. And he hummed and hawed for a bit, and he said, okay, you know, sure. So he takes me into his living room, and he's got this big entertainment stand, and he opens it up, and there are dozens and dozens of retro games. And I am salivating. He's talking to me. I am not listening to a word he's saying. I have tunnel vision. I am thinking, how in the fuck am I going to get all of these games? So we start going through it all, and I pull out a pile of stuff that I'm interested in. Some Mega Mans, all this other stuff, and I'm going to show you all this. And I said, I was seeing how much he knew about the game, so I offered him like 60 bucks for a couple Mega Mans and some other games, and he said, nope, no, that's way too, that's way too little. You know, that Mega Man's worth, you know, 50 bucks. That Mega Man's worth 30 bucks, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, okay, this guy kind of knows what he's talking about. And apparently he's a collector. So he's like, you know what, I shouldn't even have showed you this stuff. I don't want to get rid of it. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm here. And he said, I'll call you if, you know, I want to get rid of the stuff down the road. And here's the thing, guys. If you're out there collecting video games, if they want to call you back, chances are you're never going to hear. And if you can get them to take the games out, chances are you can get them to sell them. So I knew that. I've been watching a lot of YouTubers, and I've just been learning all the tricks of the trade, and I was like, you know what stuff would you sell? And he pulled out some of the stuff that he would sell, and I offered him 60 bucks for that stuff, and he said, can you make it 100 and I'll chuck in this? He had 2 Game Boys, 2 games. There's Donkey Kong and Mega Man. Mega Man, Dr. Willy's Revenge. And he also wanted to throw in this PlayStation, this PS3 sign, which is awesome. Look at this. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it lights up. And that'll be really nice to hang over my display stand that I just picked up. And all of your games kind of sitting there too. So he said, yeah, I'll chuck in all that for 100 bucks. And there was like 11 games. So I knew I was going to buy that. I mean, it was a steal if you knew the games that were in there. And I hummed and hawed a bit. I was like, man, I don't know. He's like, come on, it sounds a little bit better than 60 bucks. And I already knew, like, those Game Boys I'm going to sell and stuff like that. So I was like, I need to go to the bank. I only have 60 bucks on me. So I go to the bank machine. I take out another 300. And I was driving back, and I'm thinking of ways that I can get everything. And I'm like, oh, my God. What can I do? What can I do? So I get into his house. He has all the stuff for $210, right? So we had all the PS3, all the stuff that I told you before, and then some few games, a couple of Game Boys for another 100 bucks. And so he was already locked in for $210. And so what I did is, at this point, I had $470 in cash on me. So I said, okay, man, this is what I'm going to do. Before I leave, you already have this money locked up, but before I leave, I want to offer you something for everything. And he said, okay, what is it? And I took out my stack of 20s. I left $70 in my wallet. And what I did is I went to his kitchen table and I put 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 40, 60, 80, 3, 20, 40, 60, 80, 4. And I looked at him and I could see that the gears were turning. And then I said, you know what? I went into my wallet. I knew I had the 70 bucks. I said, I'll clean myself out. 20, 40, 60, 70. 470 bucks for everything. And he said, oh man, you're fucking gay. And then he was like, wait a second, you're not gay, are you? And I'm like, no. And we just kind of chuckled. And he's like, I don't know, man. All right, take it all. Just get it out of my house before I change my mind. So I got everything for 470 bucks. And I purposely went a little bit slower when I was counting the money, because when you take your time with it, it makes it seem like it's more than what it is, because it's taking forever. It's like you're getting so much money. And so that's the quick little backstory. He was a really nice guy too. He was going on a trip, he needed some money. So let me show off what I got. I already showed you the PlayStation stuff. So we got the Xbox console, the GameCube console with memory card controller, 2 PlayStations, a PS2 with 2 memory cards, 4 controllers, a bunch of PS2 games, this entire stack of PS3 games, this stand with 3 wireless controllers, the PlayStation light-up sign. I also got this gun here with 2 games, Dangerous Hunts and North American Adventure. It's got all the hookups for it too, all the USB things that you need. Also grabbed a PlayStation keyboard. Got this little driver driver Game Boy game. And now we're gonna get to the good stuff. And I'm gonna rapid fire through this because if I don't, this video is gonna be forever. And a lot of it is, you know, sports titles. This guy loved the sports. First off, we already showed you the 2 Game Boys. And I'm also gonna let you guys know how much of this I already have sold. I made a bunch of ads. I can't wait to share all that. So the 2 Game Boys, they work. The screens are in mint. Everything is in great shape. There's no discoloring. There's no like red or anything like that in the screens. Really great shape. Alright, so first let's show off the Super Nintendo. It is yellow, very yellowed, and it's got some scuffs on it, but I got Super Mario World with it. Super Tennis, Mario Paint, Madden 96. This is already sold, guys. That package that I showed you right there for $80. I'm going to drop it off right after this game, or right after this video. I'm so wired right now. I'm still on a high from this. It's crazy. I'm going to show you guys a picture too of me with all the stuff. It's actually, I'll make it the thumbnail or something. So yeah, so I got all that. Now there's more Super Nintendo stuff. We got Super Game Boy, also sold to the same guy, sold that for 20 bucks. Alright, we'll go right into all the Super Nintendo stuff. So we've got Nigel's Racing, shitbox, Base Simulator 2000 boxed, another shitbox. We've got Top Gear, Bulls vs. Blazers, another Madden 96, NHL 95, NCAA basketball, and Hang Time basketball. That's actually not a bad sports title. We've got NHL 97, WWF Royal Rumble, The Big Hurt. It's in pretty rough shape, that one. Another hockey game. Super Action Football. John Madden Football. Here's a good title, Top Gear 2. Great shape too, mint condition. Brett Hall Hockey. Street Fighter 2. Ken Griffey Jr. Stanley Cup. Another Madden football, so that's another double. Tasmania. And Mortal Kombat 2. So those were all the Super Nintendo games. Next we're going to move into Sega Genesis. So I got a Sega Genesis console, Mortal Kombat 2, and this is Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2 is on the floor. 2 controllers and all the hookups. This is already sold as a bundle, selling it for 60 bucks, and it's already sold. So that's already $160 right there I have sold. Also, one of the Game Boys and the Mario Land 2 I sold for 40 bucks. I'm dropping all this stuff off today after this video again. So I mean, we're already almost halfway to the amount. So let's continue with the Sega stuff. We got some loose carts here. We've got Tailspin. We've got Sonic 2. Sports Talk Football. Super Volleyball. Streets of Rage 2. We've got a couple of manuals to a couple of the sports titles. NBA Live. NHL 94. Played a lot of this game. World Series of Baseball 96. I played a lot of that. Wimbledon. And Sonic. It's got some marker label damage there. And of course we've got a stack of boxed Sega games. All of these are complete in box. And to be honest, some of these sports games are worth like 20 bucks, 25 bucks. Some of them are rare. NBA 95. Baseball Tonight. These are all games I'm going to put in my collection. I'm not selling any of the stuff I don't have. NHL 97. The Big Hurt Again, boxed. Madden 96. Arnold Palmer's Tournament Golf. I think this one's worth a couple bucks. David Robertson, basketball. Another game, the World Series, played a lot of that. NHL 95. This is a PS3 game. NFL Tour for the PS3. I don't know why that's there. This is the big one out of the lot. This is Mutant League Football. Mutant League Football. Complete in box. Mutant League Football. That's nice. Someone's actually selling the Mutant League Hockey, so I'm going to pick that up from them, do a trade. Not for this, obviously, but that's a $50 game right there. Somebody already tried to buy it. I was like, no, I'm not selling it. World Series Baseball 95. Winter Olympics and another Olympics games. I think one of these is worth a couple bucks, actually. And NHL 96. So those are all the boxed Sega games. So once again, we're still going here. And then for Nintendo, actually, you know what? Let's go with N64. We've got an N64 console. 007 is in here. Came with 2 controllers. One of them was the gray controller. The other one is this green controller that I'm keeping for myself. So there's a green controller. And I've already sold this bundle. Going to drop it off after this for 60 bucks. 007 2 controllers. Okay, so there's that. And now we're going to go into the games. 1080 Snowboard. Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey. WCW NWO Revenge. Cyber Tiger. 007 The World Is Not Enough. By the way, all of these are in really great shape unless I say so. WCW versus NWO, that's a fun game. The back of it has got a little bit of back label damage. Tony Hawk's Skater 2. I thought this was Donkey Kong when I saw the yellow. I didn't even know there was another yellow one. Donkey Kong's in the system. I'm playing that now. All-Star Baseball 99. Hopefully I'm not going too fast, guys. There's just so much stuff. Warzone. NASCAR 96. Some country club golf game. MRC. It's got some label damage on the back. NHL 99. NBA Jam 99. And NFL Blitz. We've got one of my favorites, South Park. It's got some serious label damage on there, but it'll be a game I'll play for sure. South Park, that's a good game, guys. Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball. I think it's worth a few bucks. NBA Jam 2000. And now we're getting to the good one. Mario Kart 64 in absolute mint. Front and back. That's a nice cart. Somebody wanted to buy it for me for 50, but I'm going to hold on to it. I don't have one. Major League Baseball, Ken Griffey, and Wave Racer. So all those were included. Also, I forgot to mention, I have a Nintendo with all the hookups, and I got these games as well. Tetris, Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, Super Mario Bros. 2, and Mario Bros. 3. That's going to be a bundle that I'm going to sell for 100 bucks. The system boots up about 4 every 10 times. It needs to be cleaned, so I'm taking it to a local guy tomorrow, and he's going to clean it up for 10 bucks. And he said it should be working, you know, 8 or 9 times out of 10. So, I mean, it works, but I don't want to sell somebody something that they have to, you know, try over and over and over again. Even though I know these systems are old, it's just I want to have a good reputation around here, and I don't want to sell things that they're going to have problems with. So I'm going to have that fixed and put it up. This will sell right. I sold a Nintendo last week for 140 bucks. So I'll sell basically with these games and stuff for 100 bucks. It's a steal. I price these things. I'm the type of guy that buys in bulk and then prices like you know, 20 bucks less than the average person, so that I can sell first and get my investment back, and then I have a bunch of free games. So that came with 3 controllers and the Duck Hunt gun, and of course all the hookups. So there's that. And last but not least, let's go through the Nintendo carts. So these are all of my doubles right here. I've kind of put them aside. Double Dribble, Operation Wolf, Rad Racer. We got Mario Bros without the Duck Hunt. That's actually worth a few bucks, and it's very rare, actually. It's pretty rare. Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. Somebody inquired about that, so that might be sold. Ice Hockey, RBI Baseball, Jeopardy, Top Gun, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So those are all the doubles that I got out of the stack. Also came with a bunch of these colored Nintendo cases. We've got 2 orange, 2 clear, a green, and 2 red. These are really cool to have. And last but not least, the stuff that I'm adding to my personal... Actually, this is a double too that I'm selling. Actually, these are all doubles. 31-in-1 black label. Look at that. 31-in-1. I have this up for sale for 60 bucks. One person already PM'd me about it. I don't know if that sale's gonna go through yet. And then Double Dragon 1 with the manual, and Double Dragon 2. These are sold both of them for 25 bucks. So those are already sold. So yeah, those were all my doubles. I actually already have one of these, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I'll probably sell it for 50 if somebody offers. So there's that, and now the new stuff. I guess I'll save the best here for last. Alright, so this is stuff I don't already own. Bases Loaded 2. Platoon. Top Gun, the second mission. Othello. I think that's it, yeah, Othello. Skate or Die. Baseball Simulator. Base Wars. Monopoly. Hogan's Alley. And the last 2 games, Mega Man 2 Mint Condition and Mega Man 3. Only one little ding up in sort of the top area. I don't even know if you can even notice it, it's that small. So Mega Man 2 and 3. So guys, I got all of that stuff that I said. Also, there is like 6 PlayStation 2 games over there that I have doubles of that I didn't show you. I got Guitar Hero, the guitar, all the hookups for it. No drums or anything. And he threw in a bunch of like Bluetooth headsets that I'll never use. Oh, a PlayStation headset. It's over there. I'll grab it and just show you. Yeah, got one of these PlayStation headsets. He threw that in there. So everything that you see, guys, I'm going to quickly recap again, because I did go fairly quick. An N64, I don't know, there was like 20 games, about 20 games or so, maybe a bit more. A Super Nintendo system, Nintendo, an Xbox, the original, with no RCA hookups, PS1 and the PS1 with the hookups controllers, a PS2, 2 memory cards, 4 controllers, a lot of PS2 games. There might actually be over 50 over there. A PS3 console, 80 gig, by the way. I wiped it last night. It works and I tested all systems last night. I was up till 4 in the morning. The PS3, the stand, the nice little light up sign, all those PS3 games. There's a lot in there. Sega Genesis, the console, all the Sega games, the GameCube with memory card and a microcontroller, 2 original Game Boys with 3 Game Boy games, all the Super Nintendo games, all the Sega games, all the Nintendo games, all for $470. I went through everything yesterday. I was being extremely conservative. We're looking at about $1,800 to $1,850. That's being extremely conservative, but really this lot is definitely worth anywhere from $2,000 to $2,200. Paid $470 for it. Super Nintendo is sold with the Game Boy. the Super Game Boy, so that's $100 already going to be gone today. The Sega sold for 60, so that's 160. The Game Boy is sold for 40, so that's 200 right there. The Double Dragons I sold for 25 bucks. That's gone. And I had the N64 for 60 bucks, so that's 260. Somebody already inquired about the 31-in-1 and some other stuff. So, needless to say, guys, my money will be made by the end of this week, and I will have tons of games to add to my collection for free, and then I can start selling and trading. A lot of this is good trade bait as well. I don't necessarily want to collect fully for the N64 or anything like that right now. I'm really focused on Super Nintendo, Nintendo, and box Sega games. But of course, I'll take it all. It's great. So as you can tell, I'm really excited. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video and the story. Let me know what you thought about this. It's crazy. You can, if you want to see all this stuff in crazy detail, you can go in the description below and click on my live stream link and go to my past broadcast. There will be a link to all of the games that I went through on there. It's like 3.5 hours. I really just did a rundown for you. I wouldn't waste the time. But yeah, that's that, guys. Hopefully you guys, once again, are enjoying this content. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm making money doing it, which is great, and collecting a lot of games. My goal for the end of this is to have my entire collection paid for by simply buying things that I don't necessarily need and selling it for profit, and then having it paid for other games. So that's, you know, that's the dream. I obviously have a lot to go because I bought a lot of big bundles, but that's what you need to do if you really want to make profit and start getting a collection. So yeah, that's that, guys. Make sure to finger bang that like button on the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. All those things really help this content grow. I'm having so much fun creating this stuff for you guys. If I find any other big finds during the week, I'll have that. But of course, we won't be missing out on the yard sales this weekend. There is tons of community sales, and it's supposed to be sunny Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. No rain, pure sun. It's looking promising. Also, I have an update about the that lady with all the Super Nintendo games. I'll tell you guys about that on the next video. Thanks again, guys. Take care, and of course, stay bows.